This vid's going to show you a -40 solo Grandmaster Nightfall with a Stasis ICEFALL Mantle Behemoth Stasis tank build. Revolving around ICEFALL Mantle, it's a featured exotic gauntlet. Somebody asked me to do an ICEFALL Mantle this week build in endgame content, and that's what I'm going to do today. This is a Frost Armor build. You can soak up so much damage with ICEFALL Mantle. It's crazy. After my testings today, -40 and up, you can tank so much and soak so much damage, basically, because of ICEFALL Mantles. The setup: Glacial Quake, Shiver Strike, Glacier Grenade. Aspects: Diamond Lance because it's spammable. Tectonic Harvest for Frost Armor and Stasis Shards. Fragments: Whisper of Hunger for Stasis Shards. Melee gained on that. The Whisper of Chains on for more Stasis Shards. Plus 10 class ability. Whisper of Rime so that your Frost Armor is increased and the duration maximum count is up. Whisper of Fissures for more Stasis Crystal damage. Whisper of Shards for more Glacier Grenades. That is the build. There's different ways of setting this up. I've went for the specialist approach of literally the armor set of the set called Specialist, where it's high super, high weapons, high class. Because in my thought process with this build, you want overshields. You want as much overshield as possible. However, there is a different way of building it, and you can do the melee route as well. I haven't went that way with it, but I could have done, because Glacial Quake takes advantage of the melee stat as well, I believe. So there's different ways of doing this, and not one way is wrong per se, just a different way of building it. To think of it as like two different builds within a build. Behemoth's actually two different things. You can do that melee route, or more of like the stationary overshield route where you just face plant and all the adds. So there's different ways of building it, and you can also build it with Prismatic, but I'm doing it with Behemoth today because I want to. Okay, these are the armor mods. There'll be a dim link for that anyways. Weapons, I got this just today. Enhanced Firefly, Enhanced Headstone. This is an incredible weapon, and you can use it in endgame content. You just need to build around it though to make it worthwhile. Each class has its own way of building into it. But honestly, it's an incredible weapon. I really do enjoy this. It's from PvP Comp. Ariana's Vow goes on because it's nice with the Stasis Crystals. And it's also nice just for me to have barrier rounds in the energy slot, because I'm not going to run double primary. Yeah, I'm not going to run this. So in order to run this Solomon hand cannon, I need barrier in my energy slot. So Ariana's goes on for that. It fits nicely to the build. And finally, a Stasis machine gun with Kill and Tally. Very good machine gun, Frost Armor. You're in a Frost Armor meta type of thing. These the mods. One with Frost, Frost Renewal, Fever and Chill, Frigid Glare. Put all those mods on. Elemental Daze is nice. Elemental Coalescence is nice. Shield Crush is also good. Scab mods are discounted, and so on and so forth. You're going to get so much uptime on your Frost Armor this season. It's crazy. It's basically an unlimited uptime on Frost Armor. You can have it up all the time, which is crazy in itself. Now we need a testing ground to test the build. So I'm not going to do this. I ain't doing it because no matter what solo loss sectors you run, even within a -40 delta, no build is needed. There's never a build needed for these, only when you go to -90 delta. Now, there's been a lot of chatter recently of people saying there's no endgame content. Basically, we're working towards, we're leveling and there's no endgame content. And that's not true. Bungies give you the endgame content. They give you it, but they haven't give you the loot to back it up. So what I'm saying to you today is, I soloed this hard Battleground Oracle GM at -42 under and got basically no loot. Basically no loot. Yeah, because how the scoring works and time multipliers and stuff like that. But the game just isn't designed to be played in this way. However, there's two conflicting issues here. Because on one hand, you can farm the portal over and over and over, but no skill will be gained because you've only farmed base power activities or very easy activities at that. Then when something very difficult comes out in the game, your pants is down because you haven't done any end-game build testing. So there's two different things, and I think 90% of the community right now are just farming mindlessly and not testing builds, and it's a problem. Because when a new exotic mission comes out, when a new dungeon comes out, you lot aren't prepared for it. You need to do your endgame build testing. The problem is the game doesn't reward you for that at this minute. So there is an endgame, just they haven't backed it up with loot. And you can go all the way up. I'll watch you solo it if you want. For those who say there's no solo endgame, right? Alright, get streaming. Get streaming on your account now. Minus 90 solo GM, I want to say it. I'm going to watch you. I'll be your #1 fan. Let's watch you do it. Because I can guarantee you now, nobody has soloed a minus 90 Delta GM card. Show me the footage. Show me it, because nobody's done it. So the end game's there, but Bungie hasn't backed it up with any loot. And it's basically a nonsensical thing at the minute, where you only play from -4, you only play from like -10 to -60. Those are the levels that you play with. So I'm using Battleground Oracle as a means to test this build. It is not for leveling. This isn't how to level up quickly. This is showing you a build in endgame content. Does it work? Does it do what it says? Mods are Freddy and Avalanche, Difficult Arc, Fret, Hot Step, Cabal Scorched Earth, Battlefield Promotion, Cabal Pestilence. I had nothing on the second row. 2 buffs, Stasis Surge and Livewire. I'm allowing for it because the card is still A grade. Although I didn't get an A grade score, but I'm allowing for it because this card is still an A grade score. So I'm saying, right, I'll run these 2 mods. That's fine. I mean, we're 42 under with an off-meta style build. So yeah, I'm allowing for it. But this run, I hope it shows to you and demonstrates to you how much damage you can soak up on this build. It's very good. I wouldn't say it's weak. I would say it's very strong, and there's different ways to build this. Clever Stasis Titans will be able to get the best out of this. If you're not really good on Stasis Titan, then you're not going to be able to do this. You would need a lot of practice with it. But like I said, the video will be there. Let's go through that. Okay, so with the run. So we've loaded up Battleground Oracle with the card I just showed you. Like I said, it's -42 Delta. So let's stress test how good Frost Armor is working for me in this run. What's the playback loop of ICEFALL Mantle? Is it good? Can it soak up the damage that it says? And that's exactly what we're going to evaluate in this run. So, with Battleground Oracle, we've just got to make our way to the first section. I'm going to skip some of these ads, because I'm not really concerned. The objective, you can start it pretty much straight away on this one. So I'm just going to do that, right? I'm just going to start it up. Get rid of this damn Scion. And we'll get our scan on this course to start it up, right? Just get it going. So, with this capture point section for all the battlegrounds, they all work the same. But look at that. Look at the ICEFALL Mantle there doing the Stasis Freeze and Burst. But at each percentage, you will get a key target that stops the progress. Now, while I'm waiting on that, I'm going to try to get to the ads as much as possible, right on in their faces with this build. I'm not sitting back at all. 2 unstops here. 2 unstops. And I'm just going to basically test the damage in terms of how much I can soak up. Which you can see Frost Armor ×8 there on the left hand side. And we can just keep spamming back to back the class ability plus that Overshield's clutch. So it is a good play to have high class ability on this, I think. I mean, you know, say we go to -60 on a conquest, then you would need that Overshield even more. So you definitely do want that Overshield with this, as it is going to help it out even more, in my opinion. So use a super here for the VIP. Like I said, you'll get VIPs at certain progress points. I've got 2 unstops on me as well, which I'm just casually leaving them alive and sort of farming them for super energy and stuff. I've got a full room on me, by the way, may I add. Full room of Cabal. I keep getting my Diamond Lances, as you can see. Which, because the Diamond Lance cooldown's 5 seconds, I believe, you can just back-to-back spam it. Or it's a bit longer than 5 seconds, 7 seconds. But you just seem to keep getting a lot of Diamond Lances with this. It's very good. Progress is halted. There's a champ in middle or something. Whatever it is, it's a VIP in this case. That's it. We have frozen him. He's in an awkward place. Nice with the ICEFALL Mantle to get that instant freeze when you're playing really close quarters as well. I get my super back. This is why we run 100 super. Always run 100 super minimum for that ability regen. If you was to rock tier 7, it wouldn't be enough. You would want at least tier 100 minimum for this build for sure. That's just how I think about it. Because that's definitely part of the playback loop of the build, is when you've got Glacial Quake, which is very strong. So we're just literally honestly controlling the battlefield. I'm leaving snipers up. I'm purposely playing a little bit riskier on this. Look, we get weak here. Riskier on the run, just to really stress test it and show you that it is actually really good, this. But we've got our trace progress 75, so that's the next VIP. I think it might be a champ, which I'm going to go there now. I think it's a champ. Get a freeze in middle. I'm not sure where the champ is though, if it is, because I'm not familiar really with this battleground too much. Just because we've never really done it as a GM. I don't think we've ever done it as a GM, as a proper GM from before Edge of Fate. I can't remember ever doing it. Like on the Conqueror list, I don't think it's ever been on, or has it? Can't mind. Don't think it has, to be honest. So use a super here, good and clear. Oh, I need to resume tracking, that's what it was. So I must have cleared the VIP, but I don't know when I did, which is kind of odd. But that's okay. So I'm starting to spam a bit of machine gun ammo here as well, because he's the champ. So here he is. So that's it. We'll whip out Ariana's just for the quick shield break. Then we'll get that nice freeze. The Diamond Lances is good as well for controlling champions. Even if it doesn't stun them, it's not too much of a problem. It still controls them. It delays a barrier from coming up. It stops an unstop in his tracks. Although it doesn't stun an unstop, because they rework Stasis, which did hurt it a little bit. I still probably would have preferred Stasis to just stun unstops rather than overloads, because Bungie seems to give you more unstops than overloads in the game. When overloads are up, there's often a good weapon to stun them anyways. And there is this season. And I just think the identity of Stasis is to stun unstops, not overloads. Or have it stun both. Fine, you can have it stun both, but because I think it will help out these purebred Stasis builds. I mean, who's using Revenant Hunter? Nobody's using that. Nobody's using them. Not PVE. Because people are... In PVE, you're either Prismatic Hunter or Night Stalker or something. Or Arc Hunter now, because Arc Hunter's pretty good. With the melee Tempest Strike build. So yeah, I mean, I'm actually now I'm thinking about this. I'm interested to think about what pure Stasis Warlock is now with Bleak Watcher. That's not something I've had a look at all. I haven't played Stasis Warlock in ages, so I'm thinking about that at some point as well to showcase that off. If it's good, I don't know. It's still always better to go on Prismatic, I know that, but I'm just curious of what it's like. Okay, so we're at the Riven bit. So for this section, if you're unaware, you've got to kill 100% Vex 3 times, sorry. Because 3 Rivens. This is kind of actually a little dicey, this room. So this is a good test here. So use a super on these 2 VIPs. The Rivens are pushing me. And we need to clear out 100% Vex. There's 3 Vex left, right and bottom. We need to get one of the Rivens down as soon as possible. Because the entire room is chaotic. Look at this Riven, he's constantly chasing, man. That's crazy, that's good, I like it. But that means I need to hurry up and get this room under control. The first wave is Kind of brutal, to be honest. You've got to have that good map rotation. There's a heavy ammo pack there. Yeah, got another diamond lance. Nice for control. Look at frost armor. Procking, surviving. I'm getting weak. Soaking up a lot of damage. When you clear out all the Vex, you'll get a VIP to kill. Which they are quite tanky as well, to be honest, in this. But yeah, I'm just concerned that Riven's going to push. The one that was following me. I don't think he is now, though, but he was before. He was on hot pursuit before. But yeah, we're doing a good job of controlling this VIP in top mid. Need to get a finisher kill on him as soon as. Procs ward. Always consistent with Procs ward. There we go, throw the relic. That's one Riven down. That then has saved the room, basically. Because that's one less Riven to think about. That the Rivens will stop chasing you. From what I learned from this run. Like when it goes down to 2, the remaining 2 Rivens don't push. They'll stay in their quarters. Which is very important to know. Because it means that you can stay at 1/4 of the map and stay relatively safe. Or if you need to go there. But I am going to push up. Then I get pushed off. Look at this Riven. He's frozen there. The amount of stasis shards I'm getting to take note of as well. Which is very good. Getting tons of them. These 2 Scions keep spawning, I've noticed. They're infinite. What you can realise with these battlegrounds, the ads are infinite. You know. And they are on this as well, so we have to really pay attention to those snipers. There's a barrier champ there. I'll deal with him if I get an opportunity to, for sure. If I do. But stand up here seems to be pretty good. And Vex keep respawning at this final quarters of the room. So I could technically just stand there and wait for the Vex to get a 100% spawn. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to push up, like I say. I'm going to play, you know, pretty aggressive in this run. Oh, sniper spawn up again. I'm 90% Vex destroyed. I need another 10%. Headstone plus Firefly combo on the hand cannon. Very strong. Feels powerful in PvE. Definitely does. Got a promoted Minotaur in mid. Adds a push mid to my right. Anytime like that, just pop my class ability. Get that overshield. And it's just really nice to, you know, to use. Got another VIP in middle. I'm going to use a super this time because I've got it to use. And then we can then control this room even better after this. Hit detection melee. We've missed. Doesn't matter. He's finishable anyways. Got my bomb. So I don't know what I'm doing here. I've switched off. So, oh damn, I threw the bomb. For some reason, I think I thought, I guess I had a diamond lance, but watch what happens here. This is, I show myself up here. Look at this. So, for some reason, I'm thinking I have the ball, but I'm picking up my diamond lance. And then the orb has went down to the final Riven. Why are these balls like running down the map like that? So I throw the ball again. It tracks the damn harpy. I get weak. I pop my damn class ability. I have to then do it again. Oh my god. And just watch this. I went to sleep here for a minute. And then I'm like, I then pick up my stupid diamond lance again. Like, and then look what's going on here. We really are fumbled. Then the orb doesn't break the Riven's shield? Nah, that's crazy, man. I'm showing myself up in front of millions of people here. Luckily, the build is allowing me to survive. Look at that. Times no frost armor there, and I survive. Or it must have just run out. So yeah, we had a bit of an episode there. That is definitely telling me I need a rest before Ash and Iron for sure. Which I am. I'm going to have a little bit of a rest before it, because I know it's going to be intense again. So I'll upload this video today, and then maybe tomorrow no video at all. And then just sort of rest a little bit before Ash and Iron for sure. Because whenever something like that happens to you, and you keep doing something, you're like, hang on a minute, I must be tired or something. Yeah, so always have that self-awareness about yourself, I guess. I'm going to pop a super here. because I've got it to burn, and I don't need to use it on the Riven because the Rivens get destroyed by, look at that, look at the Hydra. Knock him right off the map. Yeah, I don't need my super for Riven damage because the bomb destroys him immediate. So I just need to kill the Vex, right? Doing a good job of the melee combo here. There's a barrier, that barrier was from the previous phase. Now, like I say, I will kill him if I need to, but honestly, like, with Bungie removing platinum rewards, it really does question what's the point in champs anymore, you know? Because the old GM formula was paramount that you killed champions, and if you didn't, you were punished very heavily for it. For now, there's not really a punishment. I mean, how many Calderas have you run where you skip those overloads? And you still get A grade rating on some of your cards. So the score is still not correct. It needs to involve a platinum rewards rank like we used to. I don't know why they've gotten rid of that, because when we're going from encounter to encounter, we have the liberty of skipping champs potentially, and they despawn. I mean, that's another problem. I would deal with this champ, but at 100%, he's gonna despawn, which is not good. No champ should ever despawn in any of the activities. I don't know why they do. Never punish the player for trying to optimize the activity in a different way. So I'm trying to get rid of the Riven first, and then I would deal with the barrier, but then he just despawns. And it's a problem. Because what's the point in champs if there's no platinum rank? I really don't understand it. I mean, we've got a barrier here, so I'm going to deal with this Colossus. I have to, I believe. He's the VIP for the bomb. But yeah, I get pushed heavily by this dog. Nice overshield. Now I can deal with the barrier. I'm in a decent spot to deal with him as well. Arianas will make short work of him. That's good. So I got my bot. Look, see, keep picking up diamond lances. So annoying. That in that case, that wasn't my fault. There we go. Third Riven killed. That room was chaotic, but top marks for the build, saving me for sure. The next sequence begins. Like I say, I'm not really 100% with this GM on what you do exactly, because I've barely played this one, to be honest with you, as a GM. I'm just seeing if this... Yeah, there we go. Barrier is despawned. He shouldn't despawn, man. There's no way that he should. They should just stay up. Just stay alive. We've had this problem for years with GMs. Because I believe there's a little bit of dialogue here or whatever. And the most of the ads, like I said, all the Vex have despawned. The Scions weirdly haven't. Which is a little strange. But I'm not sure when you can go. There's no checkpoint update. What's going on? Dialogue is finished. Okay, so now there's a checkpoint update. So that was weird. So there we go. We'll just make our way to the final boss. Now, this is a good GM for tests, like I say, because the final boss is very a tight-knit room. It's very close quarters. And I wanted a Battleground GM that was close quarters, and this one is. It basically is all the way throughout the run. So I'm happy with how that went. It's a good testing ground, this, for sure. And the final boss, I mean, the way he behaves, you can be in there a while, because he just keeps wandering the streets, this boss. You'll see how he interacts. So we're 18 minutes in, approaching the timer. May I remind you, what's this? Secret exotic? What's that portal there for? That's a secret exotic for next week, that is. You're going to get the Outbreak Perfected version 2.0 from that portal. But with this boss, you're going to see, you know, how he sort of carries on. Which he does. He wanders quite a lot, for sure. Ammo-wise, I'm quite low on heavy. I don't know if this gives me my heavy or not. No, it doesn't. No heavy at all. Only ability regen you get off that. I'll use a super here. But this boss, I know he's going to keep wanting to go anywhere other than where I super. Look at this. So he starts to already want to go to right hand side. So I probably should have waited until he goes to right. Because on phase 1, he wants to stay on the right hand side the entire time. You're going to see some funny interactions here of me getting knocked about and me knocking ads about. It's quite funny. You'll just see how it goes. We've got a full room. Snipers, scions, the boss hitting us. Champs. So much. So I'm wanting to mainly do boss damage, to be honest. But there is a champ there. I'm not worried about the champ one bit. We'll deal with... In actual fact, the champion is used for super regeneration. Look at this. Boss knocks me. That's fine though. He knocks me into my own diamond lance, so I can pick that up and just shatter that champ. I'll do a class ability usage there. Start dealing with some of these legionaries. Just get rid of them, so then I can then just isolate the ads away from the boss. Champ's pushing. I'll farm him for a bit of super here. Look at super chunks. Look at the chunk from the hand cannon. That's nice. That's nice regen. That's pretty good. So I'm not melting him down with my LMG because I'm low on machine gun. I've got plenty of Arianas for sure, but I mean, machine gun ammo's low. We've only just started phase 1, so I need to passively recuperate that ammo for phase 2 and 3 because it gets kind of crazy on phase 2 and 3. Okay, so going with a Glacier here, my melee, freeze him with Icefall. What's he doing? Wanting to wander the streets again. Where's he going? Look at him. I'll use a super because I'm sick of him now. Super goes in. Next set of champs are coming in, apparently. Honestly, I have no idea of the ad spawns on this GM at all. And you'll tell that from the run. I just have no idea. How many champs? When's snipers? When's not snipers? Where's the VIPs? I honestly didn't have a clue of any of that. Which is actually good for the run. It's actually good for the build. Because you've got to think on your feet. And a lot of it was momentary reactions to what I was doing. Okay, unstop. Dealing with him now first. Try and get him finishable. Boss knocks me in my back. Got a diamond lance there. He's finishable now, the champ, so get rid of him. Got a diamond lance. Freeze the boss. We've literally only done half a bar to him, so he's very tanky, this boss. He for sure is. But yeah, he has a good stomp on him, this boss. He nearly stomps me off the map there for a minute. Oh, he does his lightning attack. His arc lightning attack. This boss is from Sundial. If anyone's here played Sundial, then you'll know this boss. He's from that. He's basically just that boss. But he doesn't have every single attack. He just has the lightning one. But he used to have the void one. And the solar one as well. But he just has the lightning one now, which I believe does hurt a little bit, the lightning strikes. So we have got to be careful of them. We've got another champ here to deal with. Another unstop. That's 3 unstops on phase 1. I've got a super here. Boss is out of my super a little bit. A lot of RNG with damage on him. Now I'm starting to probably get damage on him now. The very least. There we go. We're getting some stasis chunks on him now. That's it. Aggressively send him to the next phase because I'm getting fed up with him. Unstop pushes me. That's fine. Let's get rid of him with the hand cannon. It's nice just leading each next encounter with a diamond lance. It is nice just doing that. Get a nice ignition on this solar shield. So we've got to kill this VIP target to get to the next phase. That's the trigger. He is tanky though. And my machine gun ammo is low as well, so I can't entirely spam it. So I'm going to work my way around. There's a lot of ads on me as well, dogs and stuff. I'll get a freeze straight away. When pushed like that aggressively, it's best just to do ICEFALL Mantle and freeze them and control them that way. Another diamond lance, I'll freeze him. Break him with the Ariana's Vow. Didn't get an ignition there for some reason. I've got a super to use, and I'm absolutely going to use it, right? Because this is 2 gladiators. And we want to get rid of this VIP. I was wanting to save it for damage, but I was like, you know, I'll just super anyways, because it seems to be there's that much ad density here that I'll get my super back quick enough. I'll end up getting it shortly anyways, so it's fine. It's in Battleground GMs and stuff. It is better just to use your supers and use your stuff, because your chance how you get it back, yeah, with the amount of ad density that are in these. I actually think Battleground should have its own playlist in the portal. I don't think it should be the same rule as Fireteam Ops. I think it should just be Battleground Ops and its own thing. And I think the rewards should be increased for these, because these are much longer than all the other Fireteam Ops. Yeah, these Battlegrounds. They are though, really. When you scale them up, they are. If you're doing Fireteam runs, I mean, they're 20-25 minutes, which is fine. But on a solo basis, if you do a -40, even -50 Battleground GM, the rewards should be like 10 exotics or something daft, right? Or like 5 prime drops, I don't know. It should be something though. Because let me tell you something, if there's nothing at all for this, then no one will do it. Just saying it. That's how Destiny goes. If there's an activity, if there's weak activities in something, or in a certain area of the game, it's a wasteland. No one plays it, and it's been the same since day one. It's always the same. Because the one thing you can't change is psychology of people, of D2 players, of Destiny players. Their psychology will remain the same. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter, right? If you've got one activity that's really rewarding and one that's not, the Destiny 2 player will always choose the one that's rewarding. Even if that activity is more boring than the other one, they'll still do it. They'll still do Caldera over this. Because they'll say to me, what's the point? And I'll say, well, it's a bit more deeper than that. It's not just about loot, it's about you progressing in endgame and progressing and mastering your builds. But to an average Destiny 2 player, they don't give a monkey's about what I've just said. They just want loot, 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 and that is it. They're not interested. But they've got to be interested to a degree, because you're going to get some new exotic missions and stuff. And when Renegades comes out, if there's difficult content in there, what are you going to do then? Who are you relying on then? When you've played 200 hours of Caldera. It's going to make you worse. You're going to depreciate your skill. Be careful of that. That is one of your major assets, or can be. If you've got skill in this game, you need to maintain it, because if you don't, you will definitely lose it over weeks and months. And then you're like, one day you'll be like, damn, I'm not feeling too good on this game at the minute. New dungeon will come out, day one, you'll be in with your team, and you'll be like, damn, I'm not feeling too hot right now. You're out of touch. Don't get out of touch is the point. The only thing is, Bungie needs to work with us a little bit and make some sort of sense out of what we're doing with stuff. Yeah, so if you're doing a solo GM -40 under, there should be just some sort of guarantee that you definitely get A grade score, and that's it. Providing that you've killed the ads and stuff. Yeah, there should definitely be some guarantee of it. Platinum rewards was that guarantee. The old GMs had it. We already had it. Your guarantee was, okay, you don't clear all the ads, but you clear all the champs. Right, you get platinum rewards, you get your loot. But now that's non-existent, and it's sort of, you know, kind of odd compared to what we've had. I'm doing a good job here of managing all of these ads. I've barely gotten weak here. There's sometimes I've gotten weaker than others, but I mean, you can't mention maybe one timestamp of where I definitely did die. I think there is a time where I nearly die. I'm really close to it. I'll point it out when that comes out. I think it's on phase 3 that happens to me. I actually do nearly die. But 90% of this boss run has been me just tanking a lot of stuff. We've got this barrier charm. Oh, there we go. That's one instance of nearly dying. But there's a worse time than that. There's actually worse than that. I've got this barrier I'm going to do. Do I deal with him? Yeah, I do. Thank God for that. I don't know why I'm dealing with him. I'm getting no rewards for him. But anyways, I'll kill him. So use a super here. I'm going to send the boss away to final phase. He has really misbehaved on this run, for sure. Really has. That's him sent away. Phase 3. Now, phase 3, from what I do remember about Battleground Oracle, the boss goes to middle. So notice he goes right, left, middle. He has a pattern. All bosses like this. He's got sort of a territory-based thing. Right side, phase 1. Left side, phase 2. Phase 3, middle. But there's more champs. So it seems on this phase. So I'm getting weak here. It's not to the point where I'm going to die, but I'm getting definitely weak. Snipers and stuff. The room seems to be a bit more chaotic. But I am micromanaging my health, my abilities and such. I need to get rid of this VIP. If I can, to be honest. Nice ignitions with Arianas. It's actually handy that he's solar shielded like this. I'll get a freeze on him. He's basically finishable now. I've run out of machine gun ammo. Just about. But the VIP's taken down. I've got some machine gun ammo on the floor there though. So I was thinking about, like, you know, how far am I? I'm about 30 minutes into the run. So I use a super in middle. I want to do mainly boss damage, but I will want to take out some of the VIPs. I wasn't sure how many VIPs there was, but when I say VIPs, I mean yellow bars. And there's a lot of them and they're tanky. I didn't actually know how many there was going to be. So I take out the sniper, because I don't want to fight from mid and the snipers left and right. So I get rid of him. Barry in mid. He's just hugging that boss constantly. There we go. He's the Ultra Bar Scion. So I was like, okay. There must be just one, right? But there isn't. And I think they keep spawning as well, which is weird. And they're very tanky, these Scions. Yeah, but my build's handling them very well. I get weak here, by the way, coming up. It's not on this bit. It's coming up. I'll mention it. But yeah, I'm doing good control over him. Keep freezing him. Keep getting diamond lances and such. And I'm farming them for super. Bossy's weakish. I could maybe kill him with a Glacial Quake if it's good RNG on my side and he stands still. But obviously we know he's not going to stand still. He's probably easier to damage in middle than what he was on phase 1 and 2 though. Good damage with the hand cannon there. And getting that nice headstone. And Firefly, of course. Unstop pushes. Control him with the Glacier. Get a stun with the hand cannon. Farming him for super. Look at the super regen. I am going to kill him as well. So I think I've done a good enough job in the run. I'm killing a lot of champs. There was a couple of champs I missed. And well, there was one Vex barrier. And one Vex barrier and one Cabal barrier as well. He's a super now in middle. Look at the damage. Again, he's not standing still though, is he? Forever moving about. One of the most annoying bosses, honestly, in the game, I would say. He really can be. Super's done. VIP, I knocked him off. There's another VIP. This is crazy, eh? This is really crazy. Orange bars everywhere. Snipers, barrier champs. But like I said, the build's passing all of its tests. Honestly, if I was minus 60, I would have still been able to do this. My damage would have been significantly reduced. But it still would have been possible to do this at minus 60 on this build. Yes, it would have been. I can already see, although saying, look at this. That is the most critical time of the run there. Although, yeah, I mean, I guess I had frost armor times there. I was smart enough to de-aggro from that. Yeah. Snipers. At this point, I'm looking to just maybe get rid of the boss now, because this run's going on a little too long. And I've showcased exactly what I need. There's another VIP in middle. An arc-shielded Colossus. Like I say, these Battleground GMs, they should just be their own thing. Yeah, they should be separate to Fireteam Ops, because they're not the same thing, man. But Bungie has rolled GMs into strikes. Because they wanted to, right? Because it was in their favour to do that, because making new strikes costs millions of dollars to them, I guess. And just roping Battlegrounds into strikes was in their favour. That's fine, they can do that, but we need the loot for them. Can't just have it like this. So we're super in middle, that gets rid of the boss. That's a solo GM, minus 40 under level with ICEFALL Mantle, Hope you enjoy. Thank you.